could help me advance it if you
Okay.
can.
All right.
Okay. Thank you very much. Last, hopefully not least, rounding off the day. But I think there was a reason why, was that Brother Jabal went ahead of me, because I think rounding this off, we are going to talk about technology. Disclaimer, I'm no halal expert, neither am I, Islamic expert, but I'm here by invitation of Dr. Noor, to talk about how technology could help us guide a lot of the halal practices and also keep, the halal practices in check. A little bit, about me. I have been in the IT industry for 40 years. Was with Dr. Noor in the Multimedia Super Corridor in Malaysia. And now I'm living in Singapore, where we are also having a reasonably big Muslim population. So halal is a big thing for us here in Singapore as well. So salam Ramadan to everyone. I think we talked about a lot of stuff like fake and scams and all that. The question is, how do you prevent it? How do you, get alerted by it? And how do you actually track and trace it? Will technology help? So my topic's really ethical and sustainable growth in the halal industry, leveraging AI, which is artificial intelligence, for productivity and business success, so we can enhance efficiency, compliance, and consumer confidence. Next slide, please. So what we're going to talk about is the title that I have just highlighted. Today, we will explore how ethics, sustainability, and artificial intelligence intersect, in driving growth and innovation within the halal industry. Firstly, I hope everyone understands what is artificial intelligence. This term has been around for many, many years. It has been used rightfully, wrongfully, just like many of our brothers and sisters, who spoke before me, talk about the misuse of the logo, the misuse of the terms. Likewise, in the technology world, we misuse a lot of the terms as well. So AI, has been misused a lot. That day when I was walking into a Watson's here in Singapore, and I saw shampoo AI, and I thought, wow, this is so advanced. We have shampoo AI. How does AI help in making our hair look better? Little did I know that AI in the shampoo means anti-itch, nothing to do with artificial intelligence, right? So I think the previous speaker talked about how it could be misrepresenting halal in a way that is written in Arabic characters or Jawi in our language, or using the name of Allah and all that, likewise in technology as well. So we will be highlighting all those points. Could I have the next slide, please? So supply chain is a big, big thing in making sure that, our products are coming together in the right time, but also very important to look at how we source those products. So one area where ethics and sustainability play a crucial role is in supply chain management. It's essential for businesses to ensure ethical sourcing practices and minimizing environment impact through the supply chain. Now, under the guidance of Dr. Noor, I am not just addressing how technology could help in the halal industry, but also adding into it sustainability, because that's part and parcel of the halal discussion, and also the environmental impact of how we produce those products. AI algorithms can analyze vast amounts of data collected from various sources along the supply chain, including suppliers, manufacturers, distributors, and retailers. For example, I'm sure you guys have heard of Beyond Meat. Beyond Meat is a pioneer in plant-based halal products. It uses AI algorithm to analyze supply chain data and source sustainable ingredients for its products. So this is plant-based protein in that sense. So nothing to do with animals, right? So in the case of Beyond Meat, AI algorithms can analyze data on factors such as ingredient availability, pricing, transportation, costs, and environment impact to optimize ingredient sourcing. Additionally, The other company that uses this is Nestle. Employs AI-powered sensors to monitor water usage, and waste generation in its halal certified factories, demonstrating a commitment to sustainability and consumer trust. Nestle uses AI-powered sensors and IoT devices installed in its factory to collect real-time data on water usage and so forth. So that's one area, which is supply chain management. The next area is really quality control and assurance. Maintaining product quality and integrity is another critical aspect of ethics and sustainability in the halal industry. AI-powered quality control system enable businesses to ensure adherence to ethical and halal standards during production. AI can be used to develop predictive model that analyze historical data on production processes and product quality to identify potential issues and prevent defects. Nestle's implementation of AI-powered quality control systems is a prime example on how technology can be harnessed to maintain product quality while upholding ethical standards. Nestle AI-powered quality control systems can analyze data from sensors, cameras, and other sources to monitor parameters as temperature, humidity, pressure, and ingredient proportions during the production processes. So you have a system that ensures the continuity of supply in the supply chain arena. You must also have another system to actually look at quality control and assurance to make sure that the products that you're using to produce the ingredients that you're using to produce the products are really in adherence to what you are really looking for in the halal framework. If we go to the next slide, please. And I think somebody talked about certification earlier. Streamlining the halal certification process is essential for ensuring transparency and compliance with ethical and halal standards. I definitely, buy a lot of halal food because my family is Muslim, and we actually saw the halal logo being, displayed differently depending on where that product comes from. So of course, I'm very familiar with the Malaysia and Singapore one, but when the product comes from Middle East or even China or Australia, where they actually produce a lot of halal meat, the halal logo seems to be a little bit different. So it may confuse a lot of consumers who are not as learned as our speakers here and all that. So that's one point that I've always been asking, why is the difference, right? And if you want other people outside of the Muslim faith to adopt this, then that is very important factor to make sure that familiarity builds trust. If I'm not familiar with the logo and it changes all the time, although the word halal is on it, it actually brings a question mark whether it is from legitimate sources, right? So AI technologies such as machine learning algorithms can automate and streamline documentations, verification, and auditing process involved in halal certification. Organizations like Ivanka have implemented AI-based certification management systems to streamline the halal certification process and uphold ethical and sustainable standards. Next slide, please. Next one is really product authentication and traceability. What does that mean? Transparent product authentication and traceability are crucial for building consumer trust and confidence. AI-powered technology such as blockchain, Sister Razaifu just now has talked about blockchain as well, enable businesses to track the journey of products from farm to shelf, ensuring ethical and sustainable practices. Now, this system can also be duplicated when you talk about what you call, what is that thing that is more expensive in the supermarket that we buy, and it is like no artificial ingredients added to it, organic, right? Okay. I mean, it's very, very similar to that discussion, right? So blockchain technology combined with AI algorithms enables transparent and tamper-proof product authentication and traceability. Now, one company that has used that pretty successfully is Carrefour. Use implementation of blockchain-based traceability systems for the halal products. Is a prime example on how businesses can leverage technology to enhance transparency and traceability. Carrefour's blockchain-based traceability systems use AI algorithm to analyze data from IoT devices. IoT, if you're not familiar, are devices that are set around the parameter or in water or whatever you want to be measuring. And I think people have been using it to measure the flow of water in our pipes, the quality of water in our pipes, and by looking at the differentiation between the water flow from one IoT device to the other, you could actually denote where the blockage, for example, of the pipe is. So technology is coming in to help in a lot of these places where I think in the past I have been told that somebody would take a stick and go and knock on the pipe, and if they hear a different sound, and that's where the blockage is. Could you imagine if you have to knock on pipes that are over a few hundred kilometers? That would be a really tedious task and very, very time consuming. If we may go to the next slide, consumer insights and personalization. Now, I think the two speakers before talked a little bit about marketing. I think one phrase that's being used in the technology arena is called hyper-personalization. How can we make things that is just for you? Now, hyper-personalization is a very generic term that could be used for, let's say, healthcare, where they personalize drugs that is just for you, looking at your DNA composition and stuff like that. Now, hyper-personalization can also be in marketing, where you actually look at how a person buy, how a person pay, when a person buy, and from where the person buy, to actually make sure that the whole supply chain is going to support the supply of what this person wants. And when you aggregate it out, 100 people wants to buy a loaf of bread on Wednesday at 7 o'clock from the 7-Eleven at the corner of Jalan Bangsa, you now know your flow of supply chain in terms of how many bread to be brought into that shop at that time and that day, on that day. And the other thing to look at it is this will impact supply chain in a big way, because the sourcing of the ingredients, the supply of the ingredients to the factory after the product is produced, how does it get shipped to that shop, just in time for those people to be able to consume those bread is going to be very, very critical. And of course, from a marketing perspective, consumer insights can also help determine prices so that you don't have a lot of wastage. Consumer insights also dictate how you should look at it from a behavioral standpoint on how people pay for it. So banks could basically say, hey, if you use my credit card to pay for this loaf of bread, then you would get a 50 points to buy your next loaf of bread or whatever. So with data, you can do a lot of stuff in terms of customer insights and personalization. Could I have the next slide, please? So facilitating halal tourism is the other thing that we looked at as the last use case that I'm going to be tabling, where I think this year, Malaysia has actually, or rather 2023, gone through a big surge in terms of tourism. I'm using an old case study, which is Visit Malaysia 2020, where AI-powered platforms to showcase eco-friendly and sustainable tourism destinations, and more importantly, attracting Muslim travelers seeking ethical and halal-friendly experience can be put together. So technology can connect the dots, if you like, so, from a travel, agent standpoint to where to get the best food, where to get, the best halal food in this case, and how to go to, destinations that these people, who are coming into the country from, Muslim countries would like to visit. And that's your hyper, customization and personalization perspective as well, using data, right? So I'm just going to go to slide 9, if you may. in the interest of time. So I just want to recap some key points, right? The importance of ethics, sustainability, and AI in the halal industry is important to be looked at from an impact on business success. Now, totally in agreement with not to cheat, not to use inferior product or ingredients and all that, but by using technology, it will also impact on business success, whether you are in the halal business or not. So positive effects on reputation, customer trust, and competitiveness. If you preserve all these values within the halal economy, using technology would be something that people look at. The call to action is really to adopt ethical and sustainable practices, and leverage technology for innovation and growth. And continued engagement is to have further conversation and collaboration. I mean, we are human beings. This continues to evolve, not just within the Muslim community, as I think some of the speakers have talked about. It is being mimicked and referenced, because it is such a trustable system of providing good quality, food, where non-Muslims are looking at this as well. So I really appreciate my participation. Thank you very much for inviting me here. This is me not trying to be funny. I was in Dubai, and I always respect the culture that I'm in. So I bought myself a little outfit to be dressed like the people there. And I was there to actually receive a worldwide marketing award. This is my contact. You could look for me in LinkedIn, in Medium, where I wrote a lot of articles. And I'm Daniel Ng from Omni-Integra. So thank you very much, everyone, for listening to me.
Thank you very much, Brother Daniel. I
Thank you.
somehow cannot stop sharing. Now I'm having the problem. Okay. What are we having now on the screen? Because I'm having a full screen now. All right. Are we having the full session screen now on the on the full show? Brother Muhammad? Brother Muhammad? Hello?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Are you having, because on my screen I still see
Yes.
Brother Daniel's screen.
Yes,
So
even I see it.
you are also seeing it.
Yes.
Because the option is only new share and resume sharing. I don't have stop sharing. How come?
Okay.
Okay.
I did.
All right.
Yes.
Great. Thank you.
Okay, my pleasure.
Okay, so I see some of the chats. Very inspiring presentation. Yeah, indeed. I'm quite happy to be involved as the MC for today because the sharing here is as great as yesterday, and I would like to bring upon the message that was pointed out yesterday that I also emphasized that. We should take this as an amanah. Whatever that we do is not only the HCB, but us in the marketing, us in the manufacturer, us in the whole ecosystem. We have to take this as an amanah. What we are doing is an amanah for the end result of barakah from him for the benefit of the ummah. So with that note, I would like to call upon the moderator for the next session, Dr. Umi, to come on board, to then